This is the most beautiful beach in Guatemala. It's called Playa Blanca, and it's located along the Caribbean coast. It's only possible to arrive here by boat from the town of Livingston or the city of Puerto Barrios. This was our third time visiting Playa Blanca, a remote beach with soft white sand, calm waters, numerous palm trees, and a relaxed, rustic vibe. It's a private beach with a restaurant, swimming areas, and plenty of places where visitors can sit or relax. If Playa Blanca is on your Guatemala itinerary, then this video is for you, as I will give you an overview of what it's like to visit this beautiful beach on a day trip. It takes approximately 30 minutes to arrive at Playa Blanca from Livingston and an hour from Puerto Barrios. We visited this beach once with a group tour and twice with a private boat. On this day, I arrived with my husband, mother-in-law, and our friend on a private boat. If you're planning a trip to the Caribbean coast of Guatemala, or if you want to visit Playa Blanca, then check out my caption to learn more. There you can find my free Guatemala travel guide and my new guide for visiting the Caribbean coast, including the best captain you can hire to take you here.
Yay, we're here! Woo! That was such a beautiful boat ride. Alright guys, so now this is the entrance to Playa Blanca. It's a private beach, so you need to pay an entrance fee. It's totally worth paying to enter this beach because we've been here before and it's like super clean and nice, and they have a restaurant. We're going to show you guys around. These bracelets are to get soda, beer, or a coconut drink. I usually get a coconut drink here. The reason why I have this bag is this is actually a waterproof bag. So in case it rains, this is dry season, so I probably won't have problems with rain. In case it rains or the boat, has problems and we need to go in the water, this actually floats and it's waterproof. So that's why I have this big ugly bag. Bienvenidos a Playa Blanca. I'm gonna come back and get a drink here. But wow, you guys, like, what a beautiful day. This weather is incredible. It's so sunny and it's so hot. It's hot and humid this time of year, but it's perfect weather for the beach. Okay guys, so we found this spot towards the end of the beach just before these homes that you can rent. I didn't even know that there were little like cabins here that you can rent at Playa Blanca, and I've been here 2 times. All right, so now we're gonna go use our band and buy some coconut drinks. All right, guys, so I'm hungry. I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm gonna eat before everyone else. I'm gonna be rude. So let's go check out the menu at the restaurant. I have eaten here twice before, and the food here is delicious. Whew, it's getting busy now. But wow, look at this weather. What an amazing day. It's almost lunchtime. I'm eating early. It's almost noon. Okay. So guys, this is the menu. They have tapado, which is the famous seafood stew here. And you can get shrimp with garlic if you want. Fish. You can also get chicken. When I'm at the beach, of course, I want seafood. You can get ceviche. The ceviche in this part of Guatemala is delicious too, but I'm gonna order the famous seafood stew. Okay, so we ordered 2 beers. Oh wow! I just noticed they had gifty here. So you can find this in Livingston, Puerto Barrios, of course here in Playa Blanca. Before we leave, I need a shot of that. So they accept credit cards here, but Alex is exchanging his bracelet for a beer instead of the coconuts. There's the coconuts right there. You guys, now that's a cella with a view. Wow. Salud! Woo! Okay, so Alex and his mom ordered chicken. It looks delicious. And then Peter ordered fish, and it came with 2 fish. It's a huge plate. So if you come here to Playa Blanca and you're hungry and you're thirsty, it's not a problem. They have all kinds of drinks, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and a really nice menu. It's a small menu, but the food here is delicious. All right, Peter, so how is it since you've been eating some of it? It looks amazing.
It's delicious.
Yeah? Were you expecting so much?
No, I expected 1 fish.
You love the food in this part of Guatemala though, too, right?
Yeah, the food here is excellent.
Guys, so now that I drank 2 beers and had a really nice lunch, it's time to burn off some calories. I'm gonna walk around, give you guys a tour of Playa Blanca, and also probably go swimming once more before we leave because man, it is hot and humid. The weather is amazing. There's hardly any clouds in the sky now, but woo, it is hot. So we're kind of like in the middle of Playa Blanca right now. The bathrooms are just like right over here. And this is our table where we're eating lunch. And these are the cabins that people can rent if they want to stay here at the beach. I've only seen 2 cabins. If you keep walking that way, it's really quiet and remote. But we're gonna walk back towards where the bathrooms are and where the restaurant is. And I just want to explain a little bit to you guys because in order to get around this part of Guatemala, you need a boat. You can only access Playa Blanca by boat. They do have boats leaving from the city of Puerto Barrios. Book a tour. We know a really good private boat captain. You can check out the information in the caption of this video in order to hire him as well. So that's the women's bathroom, and this is the men's bathroom over here. And they actually keep this really clean, and your money goes towards that when you pay the entrance fee to get in. And as I keep walking, you're gonna see the restaurant up there in the distance. And when you're here in Playa Blanca, you don't necessarily need like an umbrella like you do in other beaches because they have like so much covering. Like there's a lot of shade from palm trees, a lot of shade here at the restaurant. They actually serve you at all the tables, even all the way down to the table where we were. There's lots of hammocks around, and there's this really cool swing here in the middle. So you can get your Instagram moment here. Look at how amazing that is. That is so beautiful. See how she's serving food over there? So you can literally sit in these chairs in front of the beach and drink a beer, drink a margarita, pina colada, drink a coconut drink, and eat some delicious food. It really feels like paradise here. So the first time we came here to Playa Blanca, it was actually in November and December the last 2 years. And the weather was mostly overcast. We were really surprised and disappointed because in Antigua, like Atitlán, the weather is very clear in those months. And that's when the dry season starts. So we kind of expected that here, but it wasn't. So when we talked to Peter, he told us to come this time of year, and it's super sunny and hardly any clouds in the sky. We saw a lot this morning, but in the afternoon now, I mean, it is very clear. This is just such a beautiful day. So there's more areas to just sit and hang out. There's a picnic table here and a giant chair that says Playa Blanca. This is so nice. Wow, what a view. Look at this. I don't ever want to leave the beach. So I love that Playa Blanca has things like this volleyball net and just tons and tons and tons of benches and seating areas. So you don't have to bring stuff, especially because you're coming by boat. And just the hammocks, like all over the place. The Caribbean coast of Guatemala is different than everywhere else we've been in the country. There's a huge Pacific coast with black sand beaches, but here in this part of Guatemala, you can find white sand beaches or golden sand beaches. And this is supposedly the most beautiful beach in Guatemala. We obviously haven't been to all of them, but it really is beautiful and it's amazing. But the Caribbean coast of Guatemala is much smaller than the Pacific coast, so it takes a while to get here if you're living in, let's say, Guatemala City or Antigua. For example, we drove yesterday from Guatemala City. It's supposed to take approximately 5 hours to get from Guatemala City to Puerto Barrios, which is the main city here along the Caribbean coast. It's a huge port city. Yesterday, because there was like 3 accidents, it took us over 10 hours, which is weird because we've made this drive several times now, 2 trips back and forth, and we've never seen that much traffic or accidents. Aww. Oh, the dogs want to play with the cat. That's so cute. Gato. Aww. Look at the dogs want the kitty. The cat's like teasing them. Hey guys, I was so hot that I needed to go in the water. This feels amazing. It's so warm and so nice. Oh my God. I don't think that there's sharks here. I'm guessing no. I've never asked anybody, but I am kind of terrified of sharks. Okay, so there's our family over there just hanging out at the hammocks and chilling out. Whew. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to float a little bit.
The dry season in this part of Guatemala is somewhat different compared to the highlands, since here it's still the rainy season in November and December. It's warm enough to visit the beach year-round, but if you want the perfect beach weather, then I recommend visiting in March, April, or May. Something else to note is that it can get very busy here during the holidays and on the weekends, but during the week, Playa Blanca is usually quiet.
Okay, so I walked all the way here to the edge of the beach, all the way down from the entrance and where the restaurant is. You can come all the way down here and it's like really quiet and chill. There were some people bringing their boat up onto the beach. So I asked them if they need help and they said yes. So I helped them push the boat from the ocean here. It looks like there's mangroves and apparently there's a mangrove tour that some locals can give you here. So I'm gonna try to check that out maybe later this afternoon. So this is the really remote part of Playa Blanca. That's the furthest away from the entrance. and the restaurant. Okay, as I mentioned, if you walk further down, it gets more remote and more quiet. This pathway here will lead you to these cabins that you can rent. So that's the restaurant down there and where we're sitting. And I don't know how much these cabins cost to rent, but I'll have to ask. And I will put the information in the caption of this video, because actually we want to try to rent one of these sometime. There's this yellow one right here, and we have a table just right next to it. In the water, feels so nice to cool down, but the water is like really warm too. Feels like bath water. So we're gonna get ready to leave soon. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It gets really busy here from like 10 until like 1 o'clock. And then a lot of people leave. A lot of people seem to get here early. This is the quietest it's been all day. Afternoon, there's a little bit more waves, a little bit windier, but it's nice and quiet. There's nobody in there. Next time I want to take one of those banana boats over there. Okay guys, so we're getting ready to leave and head back now. I don't want to leave the beach. It's paradise.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this from all over Guatemala.